Okay, we are back to another stream of Elden Ring. Last time we started heading up into Mount Gelmir, and now we're gonna keep on going. And if you're familiar with this game, you know what lies deep in Mount Gelmir, but the Volcano Volcano Manor. So, yeah, actually, before we go back up there, we can go around. Actually, yeah, I said wasn't done down here because I missed the camp that's here with all like the fire giant monks and all that. So we're gonna go through there, and then we're gonna move around whatever left, and then we'll head up to the manor. See Koopas and Troopas, the princess and the others hanging with the plumbers. You'll be hooked by the brothers. I need these guys to calm the fuck down. Ow. Stone sword key. I got caught in the middle of all that. Lovely. Poop dookie. Also, welcome to the stream, Dean, by the way. Hey, you! You got fire? I got fire for you here, brah! Actually, in hindsight, they are very immune to fire. How about a big dragon claw, brah? Ow. Ow. Rude. Rude again. There, how you feel about that, eh? Anyway, here's Fire Smo. I don't know why this guy never became a proper boss. Like, this feels like it should have been a boss fight. Dude's got a whole AoE attack and everything. Like, this is a whole arena and all that. I don't get it. And I say that as someone who I understand 100% that I just wiped the floor with him. That could be the reason why he didn't become a boss, but I've faced lesser enemies by comparison. Who is your favorite character to play in Mario Kart? Wario is one of my favorites. I always liked playing... I know there's like a meta to it, but I am of the belief that... Eek, wretched fools. Eek, the wretched fools. I'm of the belief that, they'll never find me, that you should play as your favorite character regardless of meta picking, because that's really cringe. Like, I'll sometimes look up, oh, what are the best whatever, but like if it comes down to even like picking like your character or whatever, I'm just like, you fucking dork. Anyway, what are you doing in here? You stole the scorpion charm. Hehe, I'll survive. I swear it, I'll soon be back at the volcano Memner. Narrator, he did not survive. But anyway, to answer your question, Shy Guy is my favorite. I like playing specifically Black Shy Guy, just because like he's cool and epic and meh. I like using the little beetle, not the little flying Goomba enemy. I always forget what they're called. The little like rainbow beetles. I know that one's a card, but the actual like horned beetle you can ride. That one's my favorite card. And then I think I use the Azure Tires, which I think might be the most meta picking in that regard. But other than that, though, I usually just pick. Yeah, I just stick with like Shy Guy in a beetle car because it looks cool. Give me this, give me this, give me this. In CTGP7, you can play as Kirby. I almost exclusively play as him in that game. I remember playing Sonic Superkart Racing Turbo or whatever. There's like that fan sprite game. I remember playing, like, getting a mod pack. I forget who made it, but I remember there being like a Kirby mod in there. That was always fun. I even remember trying to make my little persona in like, oh, I can make sprite work. I can make my design into sprites for this game and put it in myself. That'll be so cool. But like I realized soon after that making sprites is not an easy task. Ow, dick. Should make your Dungeons & Dragons Monkey and Sonic Forces. The problem is I would then have to play Sonic Forces, and that game does not... That game looks terribly mid. I've wanted to make my own, like... I always try to make my own character. Well, actually, that's a lie, because I always end up making whatever so-and-so. And he's just going to be covered up in... a helmet and all that. But like if I could, I would make like Baldur's Gate. I would love for somebody to make a mod for Apelings or Venaras from Pathfinder and add them into Baldur's Gate 3. Because I would totally play as a Bard of Mackie in that regard. Bear jump scare! Did he just fall asleep already? Also, friendly reminder that the rune bears you see in these games are evolving into dragons. It's basically been confirmed, ow, by the bear shout we get in Shadow of the Erdtree with the big red bear with horns. Someone made a mod for Breath of the Wild where you can play as the the Untitled Goose. Nice. There's the pulley crossbow that's about to get overshadowed by the super pulley crossbow or whatever in Shadow of the Erdtree. Also, this is the perfect spot to farm for thin bones if we didn't already have the option to get them in a round table hold. You don't have a head, you're not allowed to see me. Also, your blades are broken because you were able to raise your arms like that. It's kind of scary. What are your thoughts on Grogu? He's cute, mid, or the worst thing to happen to Star Wars? I think Grogu is a genius design from like a marketing standpoint. He is like stupid adorable. And I say that with 100% genuine adoration for him. I think he's super cute. I love when they use the little puppet version of him where he walks and he just barely makes any progress. He's really adorable. To say that's the worst thing to add to Star Wars would be a lie, I would say. I think the problem with a lot of Star Wars stuff nowadays is it wants to just always focus back on, I feel like, Skywalker. Like the whole Skywalker saga, I feel like has a bit of a glass, like a, you know, iron clutch on what people want to see in Star Wars. And not that I don't like the idea of Luke, like, you know, Grogu going off to have Luke teach him and all that. That was a cool setup, but then you remember, oh yeah, they accidentally set up Kylo Ren to burn down everything with the Jedi, so we have to write that around. And while I would rather either Grogu sadly dies by Kylo Ren, or he goes out some other way, the way how they string it all together kind of brought down Book of Boba Fett as a show. Because the problem with Book of Boba Fett is you spend the first 4 episodes explaining how Boba got from point A to point B, how he got out of the Sarlacc pit, and what he did between then and getting to Mando to find his armor. And not that that's not a bad thing, but you spend the half of your show explaining that versus what he's doing in the current. Ow, bastard. Got me talking about Star Wars and shot me down. And you then, like, you wrap up his whole thing, because, like, you know, we get the flashbacks while he's in the Vanta tank. And that means he's fully healed, which is why he has eyebrows later on. And you then cross over to a whole episode of Mando getting a new ship, which I think that is fine, but, like, again, that only works in the sense of, like, if it was a Mandalorian plotline. That's the problem, is, like, Book of Boba just becomes Mandalorian 2.5. Hey, jerk! They really needed a scene of Boba putting on his pants, otherwise we wouldn't know they were his pants came from. Not exactly. Also, I'm of the opinion that his little, like, platoon he makes with the punks with the scooters feel really out of place, only because they're in Tatooine. Like, these guys look like they just dropped out of, like, you know, Coruscant or whatever. I can't think of any, like, high sci-fi cyberpunk looking town other than Coruscant. So it just felt weird to see those guys instead of, like, looking like something you would see in a desert town. I'm getting sidetracked, but no, I like Grogu. I think he's cute. I like Mandalorian. I think it's one of my favorite things since the Genndy Tartakovsky original Clone Wars. I've heard good things, though, about the 3D Clone Wars show, so I should probably check that out at some point. I'm also, like, at a point where, like, I can't be, like, too much, like, I can only, like stuff. I'd rather put my energy in liking stuff than just, like, getting mad at everything falling apart. Which is why I love Elden Ring so much. Like, at a certain point, I feel like Star Wars fans like the idea of complaining about Star Wars more than they do digesting Star Wars material. Like, entertainment, like, finding things they like. If you don't like where the new direction's going, then enjoy the originals, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, it's clear that, like, you know, corporate... Like, not to say that, like, oh, every decision is this woke agenda, but it's like, okay, if Disney decides to then pander to you, how is that a better series by that logic? It's just, it's one of those things where it just feels... You accidentally killed your own man, lady. Ow. It's, like, so forced. Like, I didn't... Like, I'm sure... I don't know how good Rings of Power is. I didn't watch it. I haven't heard really anything about it. I kind of live by the matter of, if it's not memed, then it must not have left some sort of impact. And while that really narrows it down, probably, for a lot of things, that's kind of my whole go-to at this point. But I'm sure that the Rings of Power probably doesn't hold a candle to the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. And a lot of things probably don't, because to me at least, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is probably one of the most closest thing you can get to a perfect trilogy, in my opinion. I know some people might have different stance on certain movies in that trilogy, but I personally, like, you know, consider them all one big movie experience as well. But yeah, that's my take while I'm trying to not die to a anorexic bear woman. I died to the anorexic bear woman. She'd not appreciate me calling her that. Why did Boba decide to take over Jabba's gang turf? I only ever saw the ads for it, and they never explained why. So, after Mandalorian, I get, like, what I assumed is he was going to be a bit more of, like, you know, this is going to be like, you know, we're going back to classic Boba. He's going to be dealing with everything ever, but he kind of just became like the mayor of the town, and I'm just like, that's cool. Is he going to work with the Iron? No, he just kind of talks to everybody, which, like, diplomacy has been a big thing in Star Wars, which is fine, but I personally find that I was kind of hoping it would be more like a mob, like mafia kind of thing, sci-fi mafia kind of ordeal, but he just kind of goes around and sorts things out diplomatically, quote unquote, which part of me kind of hoped they, you know, he would rough them up a bit more. But if anything, Fennec, Ming-Na, wow, I think is her name, his right-hand man did a lot more than... Ow. Oh my god. This isn't even a hard boss. I just hate how everyone just... There's so many ads around here. Finally, more Trade Federation talk. Well, that's the thing also, because at a certain point, Jabba's siblings show up in the movie, and or not in the movie, in the show, and you think, oh, they're going to be the real antagonists around here. But then they're like, oh, you better watch yourself, Boba. Things could get real ugly real quick. And then that Wookiee character, I forget what his name is, like Thunderdome? I don't remember. It's like something fantastical. Roughs him up a bit. And then, but before Boba kills him, Jabba's siblings show up saying, like, actually, we're not gonna do anything. We're leaving Tatooine. Here, as a gift, have a Rancor. Which, again, not a little fanficky, but not a totally bad idea for someone to be in a position of power to have a Rancor. With a random cameo of Danny Trejo. Again, not bad, but seems out of nowhere. Oh my god. I'm making this way harder than I have to be. I've already fought Demi-Queens multiple times. I'm just going to use my... I'm just going to go ahead and use my Mimic Tier for this. Have you ever seen the Cerveza Crystal Star Wars ads? Cerveza Crystal Star Wars ads? I don't think I have. But, like, so the real bad guy are these, like, fish head guys. I forget what they're called, but they're running spice through Tatooine, and you know, it wouldn't be a bad motivation for him to get rid of it, but, like, he doesn't really show any, like, threatening prowess for him to get them on. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, not a bad idea for Mayor Boba Fett to be he's called the Daimo, which, you know, really leans into the whole samurai western aspect of it, but feels a little forced. Oh my god. Why am I losing this much to demi-humans? God damn it. They had the original trilogy on TV in Chile, and they edited ads for a beer called Cerveza Crystal into the movie so they wouldn't cut. Oh my god. Give me a sec. Okay. Anyway. Memory stone, great. What were you saying? They aired the original trilogy on TV in Chile, and they edited the ads for a beer called Cerveza Crystal into the movie so they wouldn't cut the commercial to the commercials. Interesting. I feel like I saw somebody point that out on Twitter as well earlier this week. Anyway, here's Azure. Just kind of sitting here with no brain. And this is like considered the ultimatum Kamehameha spell in the entire game. But we aren't going to do that because we're not turbo nerds. In the scene where Obi-Wan was first shown lightsaber to Luke, they edited it so Obi-Wan opens a cooler full of beer. Amazing. Hey, buddy.
Oh my! Well, here you are again. Oh, so sorry for that. I meant to warn you, but whoops, there you went. Despite my best intentions, I've done you wrong. I have. But here you are, standing tall and proud. All's well that ends well, eh? And my warning was spot on. You tell me different. Stay clear of Volcano Manor. End of discussion. I heard the brutes there hunter tarnished, like animals. Stay clear of Volcano Manor. End of discussion. I heard the brutes there hunter tarnished, like animals.
Uh-huh. I like your story. Dead. I think everyone in the U.S. has probably seen the Hershey Kisses We Wish You a Merry Christmas ad by now. That ad is like 27 years old now. Most definitely. Look, there it is. Kind of hoping I was able to jump in and down on him, but I guess not.
Welcome, dear customer. Welcome, valued customer. Come, trade in our wandering emporium. Please, buy something. I'm hungry. I've been hungry so long. Please?
I almost just jumped to my death. Ow, rude. Rude, you little shit. Also, I just realized that they don't have two arms. They have They have four arms, but both of them hold the wings. That's really funny. I can't believe it took me that long to realize that. Did I just see one fall to its death? Or was that just the... That was just the skull that randomly fell. These guys succumb to the frenzy. Gotcha. The assault on Volcano Manor, the squalid, the sick, the blasphemous, a wretched, unending war with no glory. And also some eyes of yellow, despite being very red. Ah. Coil shield. Alright. Demi-human Queen Margit. Wait a minute. Jar cannon. Excuse me. Before we go down anymore, wait a second, I'm just trying to remember which way. Here we go. There's a sect in the river there that I forgot. Just gotta go the opposite side of the river. Beast eye quivers. Big skeleton. You can't follow me, Walnir. I know a skeleton when I see one. Where'd he go? Rude. Rude skeleton. Get out of here. Death root and Tibia's summons. Stop that. I beat you with your own weapons, haha. Pearl Drake Talisman +1. Forgot to do that. Okay, yeah. Screen flashed for a second there. Windham Catacombs. Get out of here. I almost died. Too close for comfort. Lightning Scorpion Charm. Look at these weirdos with their normal heads. Ow. I didn't feel like dealing with you. Jesus! I just felt somebody with their bass blasting in their car go by. I gotta go back in there and get my runes. Forked hatchet. They'll never find me. Gotcha. Duh. What are we fighting here? It's just a burial watchdog with electric powers. Real fair. Ow. Leave me alone. Gotcha. Glovewort, picker, bell bearing. Cool. Oops, sorry about that. Excuse me. Alright. Now, let me go back here to Gronk.
My thanks tarnished. Death, my sin, should not be touched by the hand of man. I shall grant thee my claws. Feed me more.
There it is, Stone of Gronk, my favorite.
I shall grant thee. Feed me.
Alright. Ow. Jesus. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Oop, there go gravity. Gotcha. Stopper Smithing Stone 6, Smithing Stone 6, Falling Beast Jaw. Anyway, back down to where we were going. Gotcha. Through and through. Scary fingers flying all over the place. Get out of here. Lord Rykard, if this putrid field of death is what your blasphemy would bring, then I can no longer abide. No one can. Get out of here. Ooh, a larval too. Didn't know you could get one from him. Damn it. Alright. Let's try that again. Ow. Ow. I missed. Gotcha. Leading hard tier and Cerulean hidden tier. Very good. Very good indeed. Some golden arrows. Alright. Anyway, let's go join that Dark Brotherhood I mentioned in the title. I don't care if I become a pincushion, you're all dead now. I thought this mountain of fire, but I hardly feel a thing. I'll have to head further down. Down, down, he goes all the way down there. But we already met him. Ow. Alright. Volcano Manor. Hello.
Aren't you precocious? We rarely receive visitors to the Volcano Manor without invitation. Fascinating. And not unlike another guest we had long ago. So, tarnished. Have you ever harbored doubts about the burden of grace and the dogmatic ramblings of the Fingers? If you have, why not join the Volcano Manor and fight with us, rise with us, against the Erd Tree?
Sure, why not? Seem a little odd.
Your decision is most welcome. Now you belong to the Volcano Manor family. The drawing room lies down the hall. Make yourself comfortable. I am Tanith, the proprietress of this house. An honor to have you. The drawing room is through the hall. Use the key I handed you, and make yourself comfortable. The drawing room, use the key. The drawing room, use the key I handed.
It's cool to see a Crucible Knight just standing there. Hello, what's this? Yeah, smithing stone. Oh god. Bro is tanking these while wearing a dress. Jesus. Hello, Musashi. I've entered into the Volcano Manor but got taken out by Giza. Hey Tanner, someone with a big Pizza cutter just killed me upstairs. You want to talk to them? No? Okay. I say that as I'm walking instead of actually talking to her. That's what you get. Now I understand Elden Ring a lot more. Dex, speed, strength, damage, intelligence, magic, damage, holy spell, arcane, blood damage, poison. Still don't know what that does. Poison, well, arcane is more... Arcane is used more for luck. Usually your chances of bring up like certain weapons and stuff, that's usually the biggest point to use it, but there are a handful of spells, incantation, blood magic, and dragon magic that uses arcane, along with a couple of intelligence ones, but they're very rarely will you use arcane as the main stat when it comes to damage, unless you want to explode everybody with blood attacks. Perfume ball. Oh. Wait a minute, you're here. What the?
Well, you joined the manor, huh? I don't believe it. Didn't think you had it in you. All good, though. We're on the same side now. We'll do good work together. Oh, and of course, we can do business, if you like. Hatch's Emporium at the Volcano Manor. Especially for you. Are you surprised that I belong to the Volcano Manor? I always hated the gibberish about Lost Grace and the laughable Two Fingers. I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention, Tanith has always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something, because she's pretty damn smug about it. Even after announcing her blasphemous ambitions, she still stands proud. I've never seen a woman quite like her. Cheers for that.
What a twist. Dialos.
Oh, it's you, is it? Well, nice to see you again. So you've been invited as well, I see. Then we're comrades in arms henceforth. You watch my back, and I'll watch yours. Yes? I can tell. You're wondering about Lanya. Well, you see, after much internal debate, I've come to realize revenge is not the answer. According to Lady Tanith, I've got the stuff of champions. And champions, ironic as it is, are oft forced to walk a tainted path. It hit me like a bolt from the blue, that my former thoughts were simple naivety. Of course my heart weeps for Lanya. That unfortunate incident was a cruel twist of fate indeed. But succumbing to the pain and sadness caused won't make me a champion, will it? Lanya knows this, I'm certain. Fate has laid hard roads for us both, but such is true of any road trod by champions. I always resented these hands, Their pale complexion, a far cry from any warriors. The shame of House Hoslow, but that won't be the case for long. They'll be darkened by grit once I've set out on the path of champions. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood, after all. I always resented these hands. Their pale complexion, a far cry from any warriors. The shame of House Hoslow, but that won't be the case for them. They'll be darkened by grit once I've set out on the path of champions. The tale of
Alright, just make sure I didn't speak to him. Wait a minute, you look familiar.
You. What in heaven's name are you doing here? The Volcano Manor is a pit of recusants who spit at grace and hunt our own kind. I hope you understand the weight of my words. Well, as long as you understand what you're saying. I thought you were tarnished, bred by virtue. Perhaps playing that part led you to your doubts, I wonder. But know that the path you walk is blasphemy and leads only to a miserable death. Before you consider hunting any of your own kind, think on that. This blasphemous path leads only to a pitiful death. Before you consider hunting any of your own kind, think on that.
Letter from Volcano Manor. Recusant finger.
Hello again, brave Tarnished. It is a shame that I did not beckon you here with my own hand, but I am pleased that we meet again. Here, at the Volcano Manor, under Lady Tanith's guidance. May you tread the path of valor. Brave Tarnished, under Lady Tanith's guidance. May you...
Okay. Alright. Let's do some Dark Brotherhood hunting before we call it a stream, shall we? This was the invitation from Raya. Brave Tarnished, seek the Atlas Plateau into the realm of the Earth Tree. Prove yourself by making the journey, and the Volcano Manor will fully extend its invitation to fight amongst a family of champions. A written request from Volcano Manor disclosing the name of Tarnished to be hunted. Old Knight Istvan. He can be found in Limgrave. Find the red mark on your map for the exact location. Alright. This whole part of the game really kind of shows how darker the Tarnished is compared to a lot of his other Souls player characters. I would most likely focus on Arcane at the end of the game. Right now I need to level up and get stronger. I mean, if you want to. It mostly, like I said, it mostly like helps with luck and I think a specific resistance to something. But like, I don't know if I would say you would need to stack in 60 Arcane in that regard. Where do you fit? Where do you get the armor from? And that gravity thing where you slap the sword in the dirt. So, to answer your question, your first question, this armor is the armor you get from Mount Gelmir's Hero's Grave, which you can find right over, not there. The map is all over the place here. Right here, Gelmir Hero's Grave. It's right near where Patches kicks you into the ravine. I want to say you get the Cragblade Ash of War from somewhere in Caelid. I can't remember off the top of my head. Want to say around this general area. You might have to look up the specifics there, but I think it's in Caelid. Anyway, back to the Volcano Manor. Look at all these characters here.
Did you read the letter left for you? That is the task the Volcano Manor desires you enact. You will be compensated once the deed is done. Good luck. If you are loath to hunt your own kin, so be it. But you must leave this house at once. This is a war against the Erd Tree. We have no place for the meek, nor the luxury of keeping clean hands. You've completed your task. I am pleased. Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor. This is your reward, as promised. Never forget that the recusant fights to tread the path of the champion. The way is tainted, but for this very reason, it is the true path to valor. Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor. I am pleased to have you on our side.
Ah, hello. What impeccable timing. This is for you.
I remember back in 7th grade I wanted Elden Ring, but I never got it till 9th grade. Good thing I never got it in 7th grade. I would be mad confused. Rage quit.
You're new here at the manor, but
There's
if
2-year
you
difference.
complete the request,
That's all you need.
it can improve your standing. Relax. We're old friends. Time's come to pass the torch, right? Go on, break a leg then. Hello again.
Alright.
Stingy little beggar. Try to find it in your heart next time, eh?
Have you ever heard any strange sounds here at the manor? Something beyond the walls, like breathing or slithering scales? Oh, fie, what am I saying? It just isn't possible. I must be tired. Sometimes I hear strange sounds beyond the walls, like breathing or slithering scales. Oh, perhaps I'm just feeling tired. Sometime like... Oh.
Alright.
So, you've blooded your sword in the hunt. Then I shall introduce myself once more. Banal. A recusant, just like you. Recusants have particular battle arts, styled to our methods of slaughter. Why not add some to your repertoire?
Okay. So yeah, in case it's not clear, this is the guy you meet in the war shack in Limgrave, who you just thought was just a humble warrior giving you ashes of war. Turns out he's also a recusant who wants to burn the tree down.
You've come to understand now, eh? To take power and make it his own, the recusant must hunt his own kind. To raise the flag of revolt against this sanctified pillaging, we recusants must become the most wretched of predators. All you can do is laugh. Well, until we meet again.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, like, some weird people when this she's about to become the most, like, you know, normal looking NPC, all things considered.
I always resented these hands. Their pale complexion. A far cry from any warriors. The shame of House Hoslow. But that won't be the case for long. They'll be darkened by grit once I've set out on the path of champions. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood, after all.
I don't know why I thought that would be different. Okay. Written request from the Volcano Manor disclosing the name of a tarnished to be hunted. Rayleigh the Idol. He can be found in the Altus Plateau. Find the red mark on your map. Letter for Petra Patches. Written request from Volcano Manor Patches disclosing the name of a tarnished to be hunted. Great Horn Tragoth. He can be found in a ruin-strewn precipice. Find the red mark on your map. Hey, Steezy, welcome to the stream. I say Dark Brotherhood because this is what I like, you know, the closest to the equivalent of the Dark Brotherhood from Elder Scrolls, though obviously they're very different in motivations by comparison. One is just, you know, a League of Assassins. The other just kills for the sake of burning down the Erdtree and all that. But, you know, from a gameplay perspective, I always make the joke, like, this is my answer to, do I need to play Skyrim again? And then, no, just play Elden Ring again, you know? Very different games, obviously, but, like, from a open world combat point of view, I find Elden Ring to be much more efficient. I'm doing pretty good. This is probably we're probably gonna wrap up soon, though, because it's starting to get late. I just wanted to at least get some of the Volcano Manor assassinations done. Hell, Tragoth, that's what you do to me after all we've been through? Oh my god. Speaking of heavy armor. How the hell did I miss? I was hoping he'd just run forward, but he's just gonna spam that at me, eh? Oh my god. Damn it. Probably gonna search more in Limgrave tomorrow. Fair enough. You died, returning to your world. Bro's got horns growing out of his nipples. But he's not an omen, though. There's the twist. Okay. Here, you know what? Let's try this again. Where is his name? There it is. Also, I have a plan to avoid the magma worm, magma dragon, pin against the wall thing, attack its right leg to avoid most of the magma. That's probably a good idea. Oh, come on. Damn it. Let me proc poison on you, you asshole. Okay, fine. Ow. There we go. Elden Ring is the type of game that has me strategizing and planning to be my opponent, unlike most games. Yeah, that's the thing. Is there's a lot of you can like you know, what's it called? You can strong arm your way through certain fights, but there's definitely like strategies you can use as well in certain aspects to it. How many is that? That's not a lot. Okay. Next we go over here. Where can I find this place to get that armor? Tragoth's armor? You have to go through the... In order to get to that specific place, you have to go through the side of the mountain in Limgrave. That is the secret area. So what you do is, in order to get here, you have to go up this mine shaft here, and you'll bring you all the way up where you got. Unfortunately, you have to fight another magma worm. And then afterwards, though, you should end up... Where is it? Oh, right. No, you end up over here. So it'll lead you around, go up this way, and then you'll end up in here, where you have to fight another magma worm. But in order to find Tragoth, you have to take Patches's quest, or Patches's request from here, but you have to pretty much join the Volcano Manor as well. Another one, the one I'm fighting, is already hard enough. Yeah, no, that's the problem. Magma worms are not the kindest of dragons to fight. Anyway. Yeah, I don't like fighting. The problem with the Magna Worms is they just drag themselves all over the place, and it's really hard to tell when they're going to, because sometimes it looks like they're about to just shoot a magma ball at your face, but then they just keep running forward. It's really annoying. They're not my favorite. Oh, you wanna hit me with that there Scarlet Rot, do ya? Dang it, why don't you get set on fire? Set on poison. Whatever. Oh, I'm going to bed. See you in tomorrow's stream. Alright, you have a good one. I'm probably gonna I'm wrapping up in like a few minutes anyway. But I at least wanted to get some Volcano Manor missions done. Not to mention the next one we're gonna have to actually go into Lindell, so that's what we'll do tomorrow.
I see you've performed another task for us. Here is your usual reward. Please, take it. Now, perhaps the time has come to tell you of the true ruler of this manor, Lord Rykard. The Erd Tree blessed the Tarnished with grace, but it was all too meager in the face of the enormity of their task. The Tarnished were forced to scavenge, squabbling for crumbs, like the Shard Bearers vying for power in the wake of the Shattering. Our Lord, indignant, has refused to scurry about, fighting over what miserly scraps they allow us. If the Erd Tree, and indeed the very gods, would debase us so, then we are willing to raise the banner of resistance, even if it means heresy. We at the Volcano Manor, under Lord Rykard, have sworn no rest until it is done. If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you. The Lord's visits with our champions are always a spectacle. It cannot come a day too soon. If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you. It cannot come a day too soon. If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you. It cannot come a day too soon.
Alright. Let me just check in with Barnall. Actually, no, let's check in with Patches.
Hello again. Welcome to Patch's Emporium.
Tarnish, you got your sword in my face. Could you, please back off very slowly? It's jumbling my brains. Thank you. Cheers for that.
You hunted down Tragoth? Are you certain? No, it's quite all right. Fine work indeed. I'll give Tanith the news. Have some rest, by all means. Try to find it in your heart next time. Hello again. Welcome to Patch's Emporium. Sharper than you seem, aren't you? I was just holding on to it for you, you know. Here you go. The reward for hunting Tragoth. All yours. Stingy little beggar. Try to find it.
Hey, we got a magma whip. Red letter.
Ah, it's you, is it? I'm terribly sorry. But would you mind giving me some time to myself? I haven't achieved anything at all thus far. Even though I've dirtied my hands time and time again, I'm still yet to achieve anything. Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. As things stand, I've given up on the path of revenge and sullied the name of my house. What an easy mark I must have been. How did it take me so long to realize, honestly? There's just no end to my foolishness, is there? Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. As things stand, I've given up on the path of revenge and sullied the name of my house. What an easy mark I must have been. Perhaps I am a... No. What an easy mark I must have been.
Alright. Then lastly...
Look at you. A recusant through and through. I knew you had it in you. Take this.
Letter to
A
Banal.
special invitation to hunt some of the first Tarnished who sat at the Round Table hold. If you should accept, I'll next see you on the field of battle.
Alright, so these are the last two hunts. Letter to Banal. Written request from the Volcano Manager to Banal disclosing the name of two Tarnishes to be hunted. Vagram the Raging Wolf and Errant Sorcerer Willem. Both men can be found in the royal capital of Lindell. Find the red mark on your map. And then lastly, Red Letter. A written request from the Volcano Matter disclosing the name of a Tarnish to be hunted. As the final request, the letter is vivid red. Juno Haslo, Knight of Blood. He can be found in the mountaintops of the Giants. Find the red mark on your map for the exact location. Alright, so this now basically has us set up so we have to go into Lindell proper. So we're basically going to do a pivot into Lindell tomorrow. Don't know how much of it we will actually get done, but we're pretty much going to go through here, go there, and then we will make our way to it. Alright, so with all that said, that's going to be a stream. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.